What's up, guys? It's Lisa from lisasfoodaddiction.com, and today we are taking our buttery flaky pie crust and we are filling it with our very own homemade apple pie filling. That's right, to make these delicious apple hand pies. So let's get cooking. First off, we are going to start by peeling our apples. Here we have some Granny Smith green apples. They have already been washed, and we're just going to use a vegetable peeler to remove the skin. So guys, I know whenever I am making anything apple pie, I love to use these green apples, especially over red apples. They have the perfect texture and they're slightly tart, which makes sure that your pie is not overly sweet. So in the comments, tell me what is your favorite apple, hands down, that you always use whenever you make apple pie. Now that all of our lovely green apples are all peeled, we are going to add some butter here in a pan. That's about 5 or 6 tablespoons that I added. After you have added your butter to a pan, you want to go ahead and start cutting up your apples. So here I am just cutting the apples in half and then, working around the core of the apple because you don't want to get the seeds. Once you've done that, we're going to move on to dicing up our apples, and then we'll place them into the melted butter in our pan. So guys, now that we have our butter melted and our chopped apples all in the pan together, we're just going to cook this until our apples become very, very soft and tender. Our apples have begun to get very soft and tender. Now we're going to add in a couple tablespoons of flour. So guys, the flour is going to help thicken up all of those yummy, yummy juices that have extracted out of our apples, and it's going to give us this very saucy type of situation going on. Next, we are going to add in our brown sugar, white sugar, and cinnamon. Once you've added all of your ingredients, you want to give that a good mix and make sure that everything is combined well. And you can actually already see that there is some type of sauce beginning to form in the pan. All of our ingredients are going in our pan, and now we are going to add in some vanilla extract. This is also going to help with the saucy situation that we have going on in our pan. Once you added that, give it a good mix as well. You want to make sure everything is combined. And then that's pretty much it, guys. We are going to move on to rolling out our pie dough. Here, guys, we are using our pie dough recipe from last week. So if you missed that video, I will link it below in the description box. And you can also find the recipe on my website at lisasfoodaddiction.com. Next, guys, grab a rolling pin, or for this step, if you don't have a rolling pin, you can also use your hands. Your hands are the best tools you can ever have in the kitchen. We're just going to roll it out until we get the closest thing we could to a square shape. And don't worry, if it's not perfect, just grab your pizza roller or a knife and cut off the excess edges until you get a perfect shaped square. Next, guys, is one of my favorite parts. We are going to begin shaping our pie dough, and this is the part where you get to feel like a kid all over again. Feel free to do whatever shape you want. You can grab a cookie cutter and cut out whatever shape you desire. Go ahead and grab a parchment paper lined baking sheet, and we're going to add our pie dough to our baking sheet. Next, using a spoon, we're going to dollop our homemade apple pie filling onto our pie dough. You want to spread it out really good to make sure that the filling is in there evenly. Once you are done, you're going to grab your remainder piece of pie dough, and we are going to seal our apple hand pies. So to seal our apple hand pies, we're just going to press down gently on the edges of the pie with our fingers, like so, and then once you are done, we're going to pinch the ends of the pie. Now this is strictly for decoration. I like to do it because it gives it a cool look, it makes it look cute, but you can opt out on this step. You just want to make sure that your pies are sealed very well before you put them in the oven. You can also use a fork to decorate your pies. So what you would do is grab a fork and just press down the ends of your apple hand pies instead of pinching them, and that will give you a very cool look as well. Next, guys, we are just going to slit some holes in the top of our pies. This is going to keep the filling from over bubbling inside, and it looks cute on top as well. Once you are done, grab your melted butter and a brush, and we are going to brush our apple hand pies. Make sure all of your pies are covered completely in that butter. We don't want to miss out on any of that goodness. And we are going to place these pies in a 350-degree oven to bake up nice and golden. And when your pies come out of the oven, they will be like this, golden, gorgeous, beautiful. Go ahead and top them with some crystallized sugar. Grab you a glass of milk because we are done, honey. These pies are amazing. The full recipe will be at lisasfoodaddiction.com. And until next time, always remember, if I can cook it, anyone can. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.